There is an old saying that goes, no pain, no gain. We prefer to say, play games and gain. Let me begin by sharing an interesting fact with you. Do you know the amount of time for a person to become a billionaire is getting shorter and at a younger age? Henry Ford took 23 years to become a billionaire at the age of 57. Sam Walton took 20 years to become a billionaire at the age of 65. Bill Gates took 12 years to become a billionaire at the age of 31. Jeff Bezos took 3 years to become a billionaire at the age of 35. Kevin Systrom took 11 months to become a billionaire at the age of 29. And let's not forget Mark Zuckerberg becomes a billionaire at the age of 19. That makes him the youngest billionaire in the world, with a net worth of $25.3 billion. What's the difference between Henry Ford and Mark Zuckerberg's route to becoming a billionaire? The internet. I bet Mark's teacher didn't see this coming. In 1995, there are only about 23,000 websites and 44 million internet users. By 2005, there are more than 64 million websites and 1 billion internet users. And in 2013, there are almost 700 million websites and 3 billion internet users. That is why companies like Google, Yahoo, YouTube, and Facebook are making tons and tons of money, beyond imagination. Think you have already missed this train of wealth? Jump on board to this one before you miss it again. We are going to ride on the next big thing, mobile applications. It is estimated that there will be more than 1 trillion applications downloaded by 2020. The number of users in mobile apps will exceed the number of people surfing websites. Number of applications will be more than websites. There will be more than $1 trillion in revenue generated over the next 10 years in applications, which means more people will become rich in the apps industry than websites. Let me give you some examples. WhatsApp had over 500 million monthly active users and handles more than 10 billion messages each day. In 2014, Facebook acquired WhatsApp for $19 billion, the largest acquisition to date. WeChat is developed by Tencent in China. It has 300 million users, with 70 million outside of China. According to its 2014 financial report, Tencent's revenues is $2.95 billion. In the first quarter of 2013, Facebook's revenue is $1.28 billion, with a monthly 1.01 billion active mobile users. Its IPO in 2012 reached a peak market capitalization of $104 billion. Why are they successful? Because you helped them grow by spreading the words around. When you first heard about Facebook, how many people did you tell? Was it 10, 20, 30 people? How about Twitter or Instagram or Angry Birds? If you're like most people, that probably went a little something like this. You have a great experience with a new product or service, and so you decided to tell a bunch of friends, fans, or followers. For numbers' sake, let's just say you've told 7 people. And then those 7 people each got excited and started sharing with 7 of their friends. And then those friends started sharing with their friends. It keeps growing from there. Those 7 people you've told quickly become 49 people by your second tier, 343 people by your third tier, 2,401 people by your fourth, and by your 5th level you've already reached over 16,807 people. And it keeps growing from there. And that's if you just told 7 people. Imagine how big of a network you created the last time you got excited by a new product. It's crazy how much business you've unknowingly brought to these companies, even though you didn't know at the time. You've created a massive network. This viral word-of-mouth marketing has made the owner of Facebook, Instagram, Angry Birds, and other companies you know very, very rich. Here's more examples. Candy Crush had over 10 million downloads in December 2012 alone. In July 2013, it was estimated that Candy Crush, at the time, had about 6.7 million active users and earned a revenue of $1.5 billion per year. Clash of Clans and Heyday had grossed $279 million. Daily revenues was at $2.4 million, with 8.5 million daily players. They made almost $900 million in revenue in just 2013. With more than 263 million active users and 1.7 billion downloads, Rovio reported $200 million in revenue and $71 million in profit for 2012. That makes them a really happy bird. But what about you? Aren't you one of them that had helped spread the word? Aren't you curious how many people learned about those companies because you started the network effect? Does it make sense that you should get paid for all the customers you brought to them? Just imagine what would happen if a game like Angry Birds would have paid you 50 cents or $1 every time anyone in your entire network downloaded it. How much money would you have made in just that one game? Doesn't seem quite fair, does it? You're doing all the marketing and sales for these companies that are making hundreds of millions and in some cases billions of dollars from your effort, and you get nothing. Well, a little while ago we asked ourselves these 2 important questions. First, When I start a network, how far does it go? The second, why aren't I getting paid for the network effect that I'm causing for these companies? These two questions kept us up at night, and at first, that makes us angry, and then curious, and then a little excited, and that's why we created VenVici. VenVici designed a system that rewards you when you play mobile games and refer your friends to play. It's just that simple. It is able to track your network and make sure you get paid for it. What's cool about this is that there is no selling or pushing involved. You get rewarded for simply sharing the cool new games with your friends like you are already doing. And you get paid by their transaction across the world. With everyone holding a smartphone these days, mobile applications have become part of our lifestyle. Last year alone, there is a combined download of over 100 billion apps in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, and out of which 33% of them are mobile games. Yet 85% of the combined revenue comes from mobile games. The up-to-date revenue in 2014 for mobile games is $20 billion, and that makes it the fastest growing segment of the market. Can you imagine being paid not 10%, not 1%, not 0.1%, not 0.001%, but just 0.0001% of the market? That will still give you $200,000. That is $16,000 per month. You don't need to please your boss. You don't need to rush into the office every morning. You don't need to receive instructions from anyone. What do? You play. Now, the big question is, option 1. In a situation that your success rate is not going to be high, you can invest $1 million to start your own company to compete with these giants. Or, option 2. You can join VenVici and ride on the shoulder of a giant. With VenVici, you can avoid all the headaches because we have already set everything in place. And you just need to join in the fun and start playing. There has never been a better time to live above, play beyond. And with VenVici, you can.